What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Big Boy John 25, and tonight I'm gonna do my WWE Raw review and highlights. You guys new. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. WWE Raw itself was just garbage. It was just god awful. In-ring segment. This was a good promo by Drew McIntyre. McIntyre says Randy Orton broke his jaw, but he's back. Orton intended to do more than that, but it's okay. Orton's lucky to still have his head attached to his shoulders at this point. McIntyre was told to take some time off, but if he did, he wouldn't have to relinquish the WWE Championship. One wrong shot to the face could display his jaw, and he'll to get it weird shut. McIntyre would leave the Thunderdome in the ambulance every night if he had to. McIntyre challenged Orton to an ambulance match at Clash of Champions. McIntyre puts a mic up for all the people and puts in the hospital after Claymores. Adam Pearce walks out and tells McIntyre that Orton may not be able to make it to the pay-per-view if that happens, and Keith Lee defeats McIntyre tonight. Lee will take Orton's place at Clash of Champions. Keith Lee walks down the ramp and joins McIntyre in the ring. Lee and McIntyre shake hands. McIntyre tries to walk away, but Lee holds on. McIntyre says he gets Lee tries to walk away, but McIntyre holds on. Lee and McIntyre stare each other down. The outcome was just a waste of time. All right, but let's just move on, cause this show itself was just garbage. All right, the Street Profits versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. This was a decent tag team match. It says, as soon as the bell rings, Cesaro catches Dawkins with the European uppercut. Nakamura and Cesaro double team Dawkins. Nakamura runs into a big boot by Dawkins. Ford tags in and drop kicks Nakamura. Dawkins drop kicks Ford on the top of Nakamura. Double drop kick by Dawkins and Ford. Ford tries a drive, but it's caught by Nakamura and Cesaro. Nakamura and Cesaro slam Ford onto the barricade. After the break, Nakamura lands a sliding German suplex. Dawkins responds with a spine buster. Ford tries a fall splash, but Nakamura gets his knees up. Ford kicks out. Cesaro abbreviates Ford with the Swiss death uppercut. Ford kicks out. Dawkins sends Nakamura into the ring steps. Cesaro unloads on Ford with uppercuts after uppercut. Cesaro shoulders superplex Ford back into the ring. Cesaro doesn't notice. Dawkins tags himself in. As Cesaro hits the mat, Dawkins hits a false splash for the win. The winner of the match, Cesaro. So we saw Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro keep taking a loss after loss after loss. But anyway, let's move on. Alright. So we get backstage. Lana complains to Angel Garza about Natalya not getting a title shot against Asuka. Garza starts hitting on Lana. Selena Vega and Andrade walks in. Vega yells at Garza for leaving Andrade last week. Garza says he is tired of getting blamed for Andrade's failure. Vega yells then she couldn't do this anymore. Vega storms off. Garza and Andrade get into a fight. That fight itself was just super lame. In the ring segment, the Hurt Business. MVP says business is booming, life is good. Alexander says last week everyone was throwing dirt and shades because what he did last week. This is Alexander's job. Being with Ricochet and Apollo Crews left him beaten and broken. Apollo Crews and Ricochet walk out on the stage. Crews calls Alexander weak-minded. Alexander has to live with the consequences of his actions. Ricochet says they aren't here for any explanations. They came here to tell Alexander that they are coming for him. Cedric Alexander with the Hurt Business versus Ricochet. This match was quick. Ricochet takes down Alexander. Alexander retreats out of the ring. Ricochet hits a moonsault off the apron. A brawl breaks out outside the ring. Eric runs down to ringside and attacks Lashley. After the break, Alexander destroys Ricochet with the lumberjack for the win. Ricochet sold that lumberjack. The way that he landed the lumberjack, he sold that right there. It says the winner of the match, Cedric Alexander. This match was too quick. Alright, let's move on. As the Hurt Business is celebrating in the ring, the lights go out and Retribution appears on the Thunderdome screen. The larger guy in the group says They refuse to work in a system in a performance center that isn't designed for them to succeed. They will show everyone exactly who they are soon. Backstage, Mickie James says she loves this business and she is going to win her seventh title tonight. Alright. Backstage, MVP confronts Pierce about his lack of control over the retribution issues. MVP offers to take over the Pierce crappy security. If Pierce doesn't fix this, he will be out of a job, and the Hurt Business is his best option. Pierce thanks them for volunteering, and MVP says they will send him a bill. Raw Women's Champion match. Asuka versus Mickie James. This match itself was just horrible. It was just horrible. Mickie James and Asuka trade pin attempts. James marks Asuka. Asuka almost locks her in the Asuka lock. Asuka tries to taunt Mickie James, but Mickie James kicks Asuka legs out from under her. Asuka catches Mickie James with a pop-up knee. Mickie James kick out. After the break, Mickie James lands a senton off the top. Asuka kicks out. Asuka drops Mickie James with a spinning back fist. Asuka lays in a few stiff kicks. Asuka hits a rope and Mickie James rolls her into a single leg crab. Mickie James lands the chick kick. Asuka gets her hand on the bottom rope. Asuka and Mickie James trade pin attempts. Neither can get a 3 count. Asuka rolls Mickie James into the Asuka lock. The referee stops the match. The winner and still your Raw Women's Champion, Asuka. We already know that Mickie James did not tap out. We already know that. So that ending was god awful. Alright, let's move on. Selena Vega storms the ring. Vega says she's been thinking about her future. Vega says Asuka is too focused on the stars of the past. Asuka should be focused on the future. Vega tells Asuka not to bother asking if she is ready for it. Vega says Asuka isn't ready for her. Vega slaps Asuka. Asuka charged Vega. Vega rolls out of the ring. Bobby Lashley versus Eric. I didn't even care about this match. Eric misses a flying knee. Lashley spears Eric in the corner. Eric lands 2 knee strikes for a near fall. Lashley puts Eric in the hurt lock. Eric taps out. The winner of the match, Bobby Lashley. Didn't really care. Backstage, Braun Strowman demands to be led into Raw Underground. Shane opens the door and Strowman rants about knocking out someone's teeth. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Braun Strowman a SmackDown superstar? What is Braun Strowman doing on Raw Underground? I don't know. But anyway, backstage, Seth Rollins yells at Murphy to get it together. Rollins chokes Murphy and slaps him in the face. Rollins demands that Murphy stay in the back. Michael Cole announced that The Miz called in a favor and Mandy Rose was traded to Monday Night Raw. Alright, we already been through that. But the show still sucks anyway. Alright, backstage, Rey Mysterio says Rollins should fear Dominic. Steel cage match, Seth Rollins versus Dominic. This match was fantastic. Alright, Dominic lands a head scissors. Dominic tries to climb the cage. Rollins stops him. Dominic hits a DDT off the cage. Dominic starts his climb again. Murphy runs down to ringside and hands Rollins a candlestick. Rollins hits Dominic with it. Dominic falls off the cage. After the break, Dominic sends Rollins into the cage. After reversing Rollins, Irish whip attempt. Mysterio slides Dominic a candlestick. Dominic hits Rollins over and over again. Dominic grabs Rollins and sends him into the cage multiple times. Sidewalk slam by Dominic. Rollins barely kick out. Rollins double leg Dominic and slingshots him into the cage. Dominic tries to climb the cage again. Rollins joins Dominic. Dominic slams Rollins' head into the cage. Rollins trips Dominic, causing him to get caught on the top rope. Dominic trips Rollins, and he ends up in the same position as Dominic. Dominic starts to crawl to the door. Mysterio cheers Dominic on. Murphy attacks Rey Mysterio. Murphy accidentally slams the cage door on Rollins' head. Dominic lands a frog splash. Rollins kicks out. Dominic gets to the top of the cage. Rollins lands a superplex into a Falcon Arrow. Dominic somehow kicks out. Rollins hits two stunts for the win. The winner of the match, Seth Rollins. This cage match was fantastic. After the match, Rollins attacks Murphy. Seth Rollins screams at Murphy. That's he doesn't do what he tells him to do. Rollins slams the cage door on Murphy's head. Rollins walks up to Mysterio's wife and says he hopes she did a better job with her daughter. The Mysterio goes check on Dominic. Before Mysterio's daughter gets in the ring, she checks on Murphy first. Okay. Alright. Raw Underground. Dolph Ziggler chokes someone out as the Raw Underground opens. Riddick Moss wants Ziggler next. Ziggler tries a single leg but can't get it. Uppercut by Ziggler. Moss slams Ziggler into the mat. Ziggler locks in a side headlock. Moss escapes. Strowman rushes the ring and runs over Ziggler. Strowman hits the C4 on Moss and a nasty urine suplex. Alright, backstage, McIntyre suggests that he saved Lee from a loss last week. Lee interrupts and questions why McIntyre has dragged his name. Lee says he's beat Orton at Payback. Lee says McIntyre is concerned with losing tonight. Lee puts his hand near McIntyre's face. McIntyre warns Lee 3 times before decking him. Lee and McIntyre get into a brawl. They eventually separate by the referees and officials. Backstage, Titus O'Neil wants in on Raw Underground. Big Man lets him in. Raw Underground. Strowman tosses Ziggler and Riddick Moss around the mat. O'Neil tackles Strowman. Strowman chokes O'Neil out. Okay. Kevin Owens versus Aleister Black. This was quick. Aleister Black attacks Owens from behind. The match starts. After the break, Owens clotheslines Black. Senton by Owens. Owens lands a few right hands. Black sweeps Owens' leg. Black locks Owens in a leg lock. Owens' back body drives Black over the top rope. Black hits his face on the ring steps. Black lands a kick. Black lands a few strikes. Black puts Owens in a knee bar. Owens eventually gets to the top rope. Black stomps on Owens' injured leg. Owens surprised Black with a super kick. The lights flicker. In the confusion, Owens hits the center for the win. The winner of the match, Kevin Owens. Backstage, McIntyre is standing there minding his own business. Lee appears out of nowhere and attacks McIntyre. Pierce breaks it up and tells them both if they don't stop, there will be no match tonight. The Riot Squad versus Lana and Natalya. This match was sloppy. Liv and Ruby get a quick win after pinning Lana. The winner of the match, the Riot Squad. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax attack Natalya and Lana. Jack Samoan drives Lana through the announcer table. Okay, that match itself was garbage. Raw Underground. Strowman beats up Ziggler and Riddick Moss at the same time. Kato gets in the ring. Shane holds the 2 monsters back and says they can fight next week. Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee. This match was alright for what it was. It was just decent, but quick at the same time. Lee drives McIntyre into the corner. Lee lands a few strikes. McIntyre responds with a few of his own. Lee punches McIntyre in the jaw. Lee shoulder blocks McIntyre, sending him out of the ring. After the break, McIntyre clotheslines Keith Lee. McIntyre tries to belly, but Keith Lee puts on the brakes. Glasgow kissed by McIntyre. Keith Lee hits the turnbuckle. McIntyre lands a belly to belly. Flying axe handle by McIntyre. Keith Lee escapes the future shock DDT. Spine buster by McIntyre. Keith Lee fires up and hits a drizzy magnetum. McIntyre goes up top. Lee cuts McIntyre off with a headbutt. Lee sets up a superplex. McIntyre tries to fight out of it. Lee lands the superplex. McIntyre kicks out. McIntyre misses the Claymore kick. Lee tries the Spirit Bomb. McIntyre escapes. The Retribution surround the ring. McIntyre and Lee fight back to back before being overwhelming. The winner, no contest. The Hurt Business walk out on the stage. Retribution members seems to have double. MVP Lashley and Alexander and Benjamin charge Retribution. A huge brawl breaks out. Lee and McIntyre both dive over the top to flatten everyone. Lee and McIntyre are the only people left standing. Lee and McIntyre glare at each other as Raw goes up the air. Ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw was god awful. And how is that they can book heels better but cannot book a babyface? Just like I'm saying, how come how somebody can write a 2-hour show for SmackDown but can't write a 3-hour show for Monday Night Raw? Monday Night Raw was the Raw itself was garbage. You know what I'm saying? Mickie James did not tap out, so we're gonna get Mickie James versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Champion at Clash of Champions. And that's all I gotta say from there. If you guys enjoy my WWE Raw review and highlights, drop a like on this video. Comment down below what you guys think of Monday Night Raw, because I did not watch Monday Night Raw. I was watching football, and I was at TM's live stream. TM's live stream was way better than Monday Night Raw, so that's all I gotta say from there. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'll leave my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok down below in the description. My name is Big Boy John 25. I'll see you guys later, and have a good night. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great night and stay safe, guys.